Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to go over animation events. And to do that, we're going to need a few assets. Going to need an attack from Mixamo without the skin because we're going to use the ragdoll animator and the T-pose that we grabbed from the last one. And then from freesound.org, I found this heavy wood footstep. It's not the greatest sound, but it will do. And we're gonna create a new folder here for audio. Drag that in. And then animation. Drag that in. Set this to humanoid. And a copy from the other avatar, the T-pose avatar. Apply. We're gonna name it attack. We're gonna loop the time, bake in the pose, bake in the pose, bake in the pose, and apply. Now we're gonna come to animator and throw this in here. Gonna make a transition to attack and a transition back. And we're gonna go to parameters and add a bool. If is attacking is true, we're going to turn the exit time off. And if it's true, we're attacking. Turn the exit time off and transition back. If it's false, we're not attacking. And what we're going to do is just turn this on and off in focus mode so we can see him do that real quick. Come over here. So if we hit play, go to T-pose, you can see if you check this, he attacks. Cool. That is set up. So the next step is to go to scripts. And we're going to create a new script. And I normally call it player anim events. And we're going to open that up. Let it load. In here, we're going to do a public audio clip. Of footstep audio, and above that, public audio source, and then we're also going to do a public box collider, call it attack collider. And then we're going to do a couple public functions here. Void play footstep audio. And then what we're going to do is do audio source dot clip equals footstep audio, and audio source dot play. If I can get it right, there we go. And then we're going to do public void enable collider, and we're going to do a string with the value and do a switch case. Switch is going to be the value. Let's do case 1, which is if the string is true. Then we're going to do attack collider dot enabled equals true and break. And then case 2 will be false. Attack collider dot enabled equals false and break. So all this is doing is we're enabling the collider, is sending on a string value of true or false. If it's true, we're enabling the collider. If it's false, we're disabling the collider. So we bring that over here. We don't need to do that actually. What we need to do now is set up his collider real quick. So in right shoulder, right arm, because you've attacked him with the right arm, right hand, or right forearm, either one. We'll do right forearm. Do create 3D object cube. And then we're gonna scale this down. I'm gonna drag this out a little bit. That encompasses most of his arm there. We're gonna turn off the mesh renderer. And we're gonna make this a trigger for later. So if we were actually attacking with this, this would have a script on it that attacks the player. We're gonna turn this off. So when we look at this in game in a minute, we should be seeing this turn on and off. And we're gonna call this attack collider. Now before we can get this working, we need to grab this and drag it over here. And then we need to add an audio source. We don't need an output. We don't want it to play on awake. Drag this into audio source. We need an audio asset. Go back to it. Drag it into footstep audio. You could just drag it into the audio clip here, but what it's going to do is it's going to assign it and then play it. So you can have different audio clips in here that swap out and play. Sometimes they step on each other though, so you might have to dynamically create audio clips and drop them. That could be a future video. And then the box collider is this attack collider here. Now the final step for this is the attack. And I didn't get a walk, so that would be the final step. So down here there's a button called events, and we're going to scrub through this, and you can see him rearing back. And when he swipes, we want to put an event down and call that enable collider. And we want to pass in that string of true. And then when he gets done with it, want to drop another one. Sometimes these are off. There we go. New event, enable collider, pass in false. And you got to make sure these strings are perfect or else it doesn't work. So we got enable collider true, enable collider false. So it starts there and ends there. Real quick, let's do a walk animation. Yeah, why not? He's gonna be sassy. Grab the animation, drag it in. Gonna go to rig, set it to humanoid, copied from other avatar. Gonna copy that T-pose, apply, animation, we're gonna name it walk. And then in here, we're gonna loop it. We're gonna bake in a pose. And then there's no model, so we should be able to drag him over. There we go. Now he's walking. So when his foot hits the ground, we want to call that. So right here, his left foot is hitting. We want to play footstep audio. I believe that's what it was called. Play footstep audio, yes. And then when his right foot hits the ground, call it again. And apply. So what we could do is, instead of adding a new one, we can just change this idle pose to the walking. So his active transition or his active state will be walk. And he should be walking and making noise when we play now, as long as everything is set up. This player anim event script needs to be on the base of the player, as far as I know, because that's where it's looking for the animator. Or the animator's looking for the anim events. So let's give it a try and see if he's walking and playing that noise. There he goes. Now the next thing is going to the attack collider and seeing if this box collider is actually enabling, and it is. And we can see that here. It's hard to tell, but you can see it enabling and disabling here. So anim events are working as expected, and that is all I got for this video. If you like it, comment, like, and subscribe. I'll be releasing new content every week or as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Bye.